We all know how expensive a secondary education has become, and when it comes to filling out all those aid applications, where do you even start? Bob Savage of Toledo Tomorrow has that answer. He is here to help us this morning. Thank you for joining us today.
No problem, Amanda. Glad to do it.
You know, first of all, we're getting toward the end of the school year. Kids are getting ready to graduate. They're wondering where they're going to go to college, and they're worried about how they're going to be able to afford that. But and many kids think that that it's not even a possibility, that they can't go to college.
Right. That's absolutely the case. But on the other hand, that's actually a misconception. There is very good federal and state aid out there to make sure that every kid can go to college. Over half of the students in Toledo would qualify for the federal Pell Grants. The federal Pell Grants would send most kids to Owens Community College or Northwest State Terra for free or pretty close, and go a long way to paying to a four-year state school that you wanted to commute. Obviously, UT being the good option for most of our students.
And those are grants. That's not a loan. We're talking about grants. So right, we're not talking about debt.
Right, that's absolutely right. They are grants. It does not need to be paid back. Another misconception about filling out the FAFSA form, which you do need to do to get any grant or aid, is that you will never be obligated to take out a loan or anything like that unless you separately agree to that. There is no obligation for anything in filling out a financial aid form or filling out the FAFSA form.
But as you mentioned, you do need to fill this out, you know, to get the grants, the scholarships, and a loan if you need it. And it can be really daunting, and it's something that you have to do every year you're in college, not just a one-time thing. So you guys are there to help people through this process.
We are, and we do things at Toledo Tomorrow, from taking kids on tours of college all the way to helping them in the admission process, or looking at financial aid letters and things like that. It does take a little bit longer the first time you do it. The folks at FAFSA would tell you it takes between 45 minutes and an hour and a half for most students. It will be the best job you ever had for an hour on the dollar per hour that you earn, though. I was out at Owens Community College last week and talking to a young lady who gets the Pell Grant and two other scholarships. She actually gets money back at the end of the year, and she is not the only student in the area that does that. So it is well worth the time for those who haven't been through it before, and it's certainly not too late at this time of the year.
And that's what I was going to ask. You know, we are approaching May here, and the students will be starting in a few months a secondary education. So you do have some workshops, clinics, ways to help people through. You have one coming up here in about a week.
Yes, we do. At Toledo Tomorrow, the Toledo Lucas County Library System is one of our better partners. We have an event at the Oregon Branch Library next Thursday evening from 5 to 7, and we have one the week after on Tuesday, May 10th, at the Kent Branch from 4 to 6. And we will have representatives there from local colleges, from the financial aid office. So those are the true experts that can answer any of the questions. And we always advise students and their families, guardians, that if you have questions, don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call the financial aid office of the college you're interested in. They're really helpful people, and they are the best experts on the subject.
And you also may think, you know, if this one college may not provide the financial aid, none of them will, and that's just not true. You just have to shop around a little bit and ask if you want to attend a school. You know, as you mentioned, pick up a phone and ask them how they can help you, and it doesn't hurt to ask, right?
No, absolutely not. I mean, it can be worth thousands of dollars a year. They all do look at it a little bit differently. We have had lots of students, tens, hundreds of students this year, pick up very nice scholarships to University of Toledo, Bowling Green, Owens, Central State, Ohio State, and many others. So most students are surprised at how much money they are offered by the university. And when you fill out the FAFSA.gov form, you can put in the code for the particular college, and they will automatically send you a letter after you apply. And if you happen to need any of those codes, on our website, toledotomorrow.org, under the college tab, from the pull down menu, you will find that information and lots of other information that will be helpful, including the phone numbers of all the financial aid offices of all the regional colleges who we partner with.
A great resource there for families. Toledo Tomorrow, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Amanda. Have a good day.
You too. Take care.